Today we're going to cover the Move bombing in Philadelphia in 1985. So what happened exactly? Was the date was May 13th of 1985. The group that was targeted was Move, MOVE, a Black liberation, environmental, and back to nature group founded by John Africa. The location was Osage Avenue in West Philadelphia. It's either Osage or Asagi Avenue, but either way, pardon me if I mispronounce how you say it. So the incident, the Philadelphia Police Department, with city approval, that's another key. So the Philadelphia Police have engaged in a action with the city's approval, meaning the mayor or at minimum the city council's approval. They attempted to evict Move members from their home due to ongoing conflicts with neighbors and previous violent incidents, from what they say. After a standoff, police dropped a bomb, a C4 explosive attached to Tovex, which is another industrial explosive, from a helicopter onto the roof of the Move house. The explosion ignited a fire. And you see the picture. I'm not going to play the video because I don't need to go through no back and forth with PBS. But out of this square block area, it looks like at least a fraction of that motherfucker, of that whole shit got blown up. It could even be more than a fifth. It could be like a third. I'm not sure. But the point is, you see this whole little section that's smoke. That's the shit that the C4 bomb landed and exploded and set on fire. The results of that fire, 11 people were killed, including 5 children, and Move's founder, John Africa. The fire destroyed over 60 homes in the neighborhood, leaving 250 people homeless. So let's stop at the deaths and let's stop at the people whose homes were fucked up. Clearly, not all of those people who were killed were part of this group, one, and not all of the homes and those 250 people that were left homeless were members of that group either. They just took a blind, fuck it, let's just kill these niggas approach and dropped a fucking C4 bomb on a apartment building in a black neighborhood in 1985. This ain't 1950, 1930. That's some crazy shit. If this was some white people, they would have just strategically went in and got the 1 or 2 people or the 12 people that they needed to get. They would not have carelessly and recklessly dropped a C4 fucking explosive in a whole just neighborhood. You know what I mean? That shit could have like blew up more of than what we see here, because the people that died were not all targets of the attack. Extra people died. Extra people who had nothing to do with this organization were left homeless, and some of them were killed. So the same, and while this technically is not under COINTELPRO, the same playbook was ran. They conducted surveillance on these people. They specifically targeted a black group. They used military police action, which was justified by them, of course, after the fact, by trying to make the people that they just murdered / assassinated more of a threat than what they really were. And there was zero disregard for black lives, as I clearly mentioned. Who's dropping a fucking bomb in the middle of a neighborhood and you have zero, like a bomb ain't gonna blow up more than what you think it's gonna blow up. A fire's gonna spread more than where you think it's gonna go. They did not give a fuck about any other black people that were around or lived next door or below or above the people that they dropped this bomb on. And that's why they are devils. Yeah, you can call this shit the Devil Podcast, because I'm just giving you the resume of these devils. So of course, the impact is still felt today. As a result of shit like this, it's no wonder why the black community still has very high distrust of police and government in general. The trauma and displacement of these people that were affected and lost their homes back in 85, those effects are still felt to this day, financially, mentally, emotionally, etc., etc. And then it's shit like this that further strengthens our case. When I mean our case, FBA case of ongoing calls for accountability, reparations, and just in general recognition of the people that were assassinated or executed by the government of Philadelphia, the city police, and the city government, the mayor, the city council. All of them motherfuckers have a part to play. So with that said, we'll keep this shit moving.